More deaths may be connected to faulty Firestone tires than previously thought. Today, federal safety investigators raised the number of deaths potentially linked to the tires from 62 to 88. A safety agency in Venezuela is recommending filing criminal charges against both Firestone and Ford. Now, the agency accuses the two companies of meeting secretly to talk about changing tire design instead of issuing a public warning as soon as they learned about the problem. Ford's CEO says the accidents were caused by faulty tires. He also says his company has nothing to hide.
In every case, we were ahead of Firestone in terms of replacing tires. We were ahead of any government regulation or recall.
Well, Firestone officials say they responded properly when they first learned about the problems, but they blame Ford for telling its customers to underinflate the tires, making them vulnerable to damage. And obviously the big question, or questions, that the government is dealing with tonight is what exactly was known about the defective tires at Firestone and who knew it?
Well, tonight a South Florida attorney is shedding some light on the matter and is making some stunning claims. Willard Shepard is here now with this exclusive. Willard?
Well, Tony, of course, the United States Congress now wants to know what the tire company Firestone knew about the potential problems with its tires and when they knew about them. Tonight, the congressional investigators calling on one attorney right here in South Florida to help them. Now, he discovered the problems with Firestone tires well before the recent recall.
And the vehicle will end off the side of the road on
These
the right
days,
side.
Coral Gables attorney Jay Halpern spends a great deal of time explaining rollovers to his clients or taking calls from people who say that their Firestone tires gave out. He never intended to be a tire expert, but his legal practice is turning him into one.
You have families traveling together on vacation, you have cars loaded with people, and they're very tragic events.
Woke up to a loud bang and the thumping noise of the tread going around and around and the car going out of control.
Keys residents Paul and Nancy Bean are two of his clients. They're hoping for a quick settlement from Firestone. Their life has been a real challenge since their Firestone tire gave out more than 3 years ago. These photos show their Ford Explorer after the accident in June of 1997. Their daughter still has the wounds from the surgeries, and a metal plate was inserted in her ankle to help her walk. The Beans say that Firestone knew several years ago about the problems and didn't take any action.
No, I don't think it has to happen for us, and then after our accident, I don't think it had to happen for the hundreds of other people that have been injured.
It really angers me, the fact that for the longest time I felt like it was an individual thing and we were by ourselves. And now we see that it's something that is basically a global incident, and nothing was done about it.
Halpern even told one relative to take her Firestones off of her sport utility vehicle months before there was ever any talk about a recall. What do you think they knew and when they knew it?
I think they knew enough that there was a problem statistically with this tire long before the recall occurred. They don't wait until they get a lawsuit to know that one of their tires was involved in a flip-over event.
Firestone says it has always put the safety of its customers first and says it's doing everything that it can to replace customers' tires. But Bean says you should take action even if you've been frustrated when you go to Firestone tire outlets.
I would say replace the tires. I mean, regardless of whether you get reimbursed or not, it's important to replace the tires so that you don't have injuries or death. Money is not what's important here. It's the safety of your family and your loved ones.
Now, those hearings on Capitol Hill will start next week. Halpern's information will go into the official congressional record. He is encouraging everyone tonight to go outside, check your tires. If you think there could be a problem, take some action right now. Tony, back to you.
Willard, thank you. And if you're a bit overwhelmed about just which tires are being recalled, here is what you need to know. The Firestone Radial ATX and ATX2, which were produced in North America, and the Wilderness AT, manufactured at the Decatur, Illinois plant. You can also log on to NBC6.net to find out specific information about the model numbers affected. All you have to do is click on the Help Hotlines icon, get there, and as well get other information about this ongoing recall.